Welcome back, everybody. Once again, it's the Community Calendar with PRTC. Always a pleasure talking to Jenny Bunton. We're at the Civic Center, and we're talking about things that are coming up in February.
Yes.
And the first thing on the agenda we're going to talk about is the Great American Songbook featuring Terry Herron and friends. Jenny, tell us more.
Terry Herron is a performer who's been doing it for a long, long time, down from the Beaufort and Hilton Head area. And actually somebody that he works real closely with, Bessie Bates. She has been here for the past 2 years. She comes in and brings her show. She's actually going to be coming back. I'll talk about her later.
Okay.
But he is a very interesting, very fun individual. He does a lot with the Gullah community down in Beaufort as well. But what he's bringing us is, I named it the Great American Songbook, because he is he is a self-proclaimed crooner. He loves to do Michael Bublé, Frank Sinatra, Neil Diamond.
Oh, I love him.
So he has put together a band,
Right.
and they will be coming in February, the first weekend in February, to put on the Great American Songbook. He's going to be doing stuff from the people I mentioned, but he's also going to be doing some spirituals, some show tunes, just something a little bit different for the center than what we've had the past couple of years, trying to get something for everyone in here. He's, like I said, he's bringing in a band of people that he usually works with, but I connected him with a local musician, David Ney, who is a saxophone player. He also is one of the assistant principals at the high school.
Oh, really?
He and Terry hit it right off, and if they can make it work, Dave's going to be joining them for some stuff, and
cool is
there
that?
might even be someone else jumping up on the stage singing with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Somebody we know?
Might
Might
be somebody
be.
who hasn't sung on the stage in a little while.
That would be nice.
But they're trying to talk her into jumping up here too.
I can imagine who that might be.
Not making any promises.
I'll definitely have to show up for that one. I love it. So that's the Great American Songbook. You know, here's a little fun story about way back when in my early career. At one point, I was program director of a station that was called Music of Your Life, and we played Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and all that sort of thing. And I mean, I was already in love with it because of my mother's love of music.
Yeah.
And my dad too. But anyway, so that was an experience where I really fell in love with that kind of crooner music, as you called it.
Well, and you know, a lot of people are going to say, what is she talking about? And a lot of these singers you hear during Christmas time. You think about Michael Bublé nowadays, when I think of him, I think of his Christmas albums.
Right.
So Terry has his own CDs and some things that he's done through the years. So again, when you visit my Facebook page to buy your tickets for the comedy show,
check him out.
I already have the event set up there that you can also visit his website and hear some examples of what he's done. You can buy tickets. The QR code is also on our Facebook page with that event. I'm trying to make the ticket sales more accessible and information a lot more out there, so if people are on the fence, it might push them towards coming.
I like that because, in today's world, people sometimes worry, okay, my time is precious, and so when you get a chance to actually see an example of what they have a chance to see.
Exactly. So, and also to kind of hype it up a little bit and get people to say, this sounds interesting, kind of thing. I also have to do a shout out. I wrote a grant to help with some of our programming with the South Carolina Arts Commission, and when we were awarded the grant, part of that grant's going towards getting Terry here.
Well, that's fantastic.
At a lower reduced rate. So
that's once again, appreciate you one more of your many talents being able to write grants, which is not easy.
It's fun.
So I appreciate you doing that. That's why you are you and how much entertainment you bring in. Now the other one, we've got several things coming up in February.
Yes, February's busy.
The other one I'm looking at, it's called The Power of Love. It's a tribute to Celine Dion. Tell me more.
Yes, one of my favorite parts of this job is meeting interesting people. And some people, creatives, a lot of people don't always appreciate, the little quirkiness of it, but to sit and talk to some of these creative people and hear how passionate they are, whether it be with comedy or plays or music or visual art, you can just feel the passion come off of them for what they're doing and why.
Exactly.
And last year, I was lucky enough to meet a lady named Zandrina Dunning, who works in radio down in Charleston, but she also is a jazz singer that works with the Jazz Orchestra of Charleston, and she works with the Charleston Symphony. In addition to all of that, she's also a promoter that puts together shows for local things down in Charleston.
Right.
She is known widely through the Charleston community. And one of her singers is a lady named Heather Rice. Incredible talent. The vocal stylings of this woman and what she can do is just amazing. And she does a couple of different shows with different women pop stars throughout the years. Right. But the one that they're bringing to us is Celine Dion.
All right.
Again, I have that event on Facebook, and I have links where you can hear Heather sing, and you will just fall in love with this woman's voice. It does not matter whether it's Celine Dion, Aretha Franklin, or something else. She's one of those talents that can do anything, any genre. And to see who she's performed with when you visit her website, it's an honor to have that lady come into the stage in February. So that's second show I have coming.
Once again, phenomenal talent coming
Yes.
right here in our Civic Center.
That's right.
You know, so we got a lot lined up. As a matter of fact, the next thing we're talking about, if maybe you're not into Celine Dion, you might be into country, and we've got the Legends of Prime Country. That's going to be February the 28th. Tell me about that.
Again, I can't say enough that the people that I've met, whether they're local or some promoters that have contacted me from out of state, there's a local gentleman here named Don Anderson, who my husband and I have both known for a while, and he was a studio musician with some big names back in the 80s and 90s, and he has stayed in touch with other musicians that travel still. One of them, he was sitting in my office talking to the guy, he was on tour with the Bellamy Brothers. Wow. He's put together a group of his musician friends, and they will be coming in to do hits from people like George Strait and Brooks and Dunn and Elvis, Merle Haggard, George Jones, just classics from the 70s, 80s, 90s. They've put together a band for us, and they're going to be right here on this stage doing some of the best country music, in my opinion, that you've ever heard.
I like the old classic country.
I do too.
I love the old school,
too.
man. Merle Haggard, I've seen him in person, Glenn Campbell, and so many others. I mean, just
I'm excited. I'm excited about that show. I'm excited about all three of them because they're very different. My goal has been, since being in this building, I've said it to you and Jason several times.
Exactly.
I want something for everyone. This is the community's civic center. I want somebody to say, listen, that might not be for me, but this is, and I'm going to try this. This building is for the community.
Exactly.
And so I'm trying to bring in
and you're certainly doing
as much as I can.
You know, once again, we already talked about the comedy shows. We got the Great American Songbook. We got Celine Dion tribute. We've got country coming in. And, you know, I've always said that a lot of the studio musicians are the unsung heroes of music.
They are.
You know, I mean, there's so many really phenomenal players that the songs wouldn't sound the same if it wasn't for what they did in the studio. And a lot of times those studio musicians obviously aren't in the bands that are promoting the song or wrote the song. And so so that'll be neat to see that. Once again, Legends of Prime Country, that's going to be February the 28th. Well, how much is the tickets on that?
The tickets for each of those are a little bit different. The Great American Songbook tickets are $20. The Celine Dion show and the Prime Country show, they're a little bit more, $25. But still, if you were to drive to Charleston to see Heather Rice, it's going to cost you twice as much, plus gas, and it's a huge, big venue where you get lost. The acoustics in here just kind of hug you.
Everybody comes in here and loves it.
You absorb everything. So I'm hoping for some really big crowds. Whoever comes, though, we're going to have some wonderful concerts and good time at all three of those.
Once again, I've said it many times, but thank you for what you're doing. By the way, we're going to take a quick break because we got more to talk about.
Yes.
We got more on the way. Once again, we're talking to Jenny Bunton, all the things that are coming this new year. 2026, wow, man, time flies, doesn't it?
Yes.
2026, the new year is upon us, and we've got a lot of entertainment coming to the Colleton Civic Center. We're going to tell you more about it in just a few moments. Stay with us. Welcome back, everybody, to Community Calendar with PRTC. Of course, we're in the Colleton Civic Center. We're talking to Jenny Bunton. And Jenny, you've got a way to see some great talent at a reduced price.
Yeah.
It's called the Winter Season Bundle of Tickets, where you get 4 phenomenal shows for one great price. Yes. Tell me more.
I love talking to the community, especially when they have constructive criticisms.
Right.
If anybody has an idea and they bring it to me, all we can do is try it and see if it works.
Sure.
And I've had several people asking about, why don't you do season tickets? Why don't you do season tickets? And at first, getting started, it was taking me a while to get stuff together to bring to the center to then have enough for a season ticket. Right. So I'm trying it. So because we have 4 wonderful shows coming in a short amount of time, the winter season bundle it includes 4 shows, the January comedy show, and then the 3 shows we talked about in February, the Great American Songbook, Celine Dion show, and the Legends of Prime Country show. For $75.
Well, normally it would cost you, what, about $100?
Yes. For $75, you get a ticket to all 4 of them.
You know, the truth is, a lot of times if you get those season tickets, it kind of gives you a more spur
to remember
to
and
remember and to
yes.
come. You know,
yes.
it's like, okay, you know, hey, we got that show coming up.
And I actually had several people purchase them before Christmas as gifts.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And so I'll be selling them right on up till the day of the comedy show. Even if somebody walks in that night and says, hey, while I'm here, I want to go ahead and buy the bundle for what's coming up.
Exactly. Why not?
We'll take care of that night. You can get them online at the website. I have the QR code on our Facebook page for the bundle. You can buy them here at the Civic Center office, and bundle tickets are available at the Colleton Museum every day that they're open.
Readily available.
Yes, and this is only for events that I'm bringing in for the county.
Right.
And you can always tell because my insignia for the Colleton Civic Center will be on there.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, a couple of them, you may notice the insignia is going to be a little bit different. It will be in patriotic colors.
Well, because 250 years.
Boom. It is
250 years.
That's exactly right. And between my building and our sister building, the Colleton Museum, because we are one department.
Right.
2 campuses, 1 department. Christy Slocum and Matt over there at the museum, they've got some fun stuff coming up in the new year. Piggybacking off of that, some of the events over here are part of that celebration, which the Legends of Country, the comedy show, and the Great American Songbook, all 3 of those are part of our celebration series. Couldn't do that for Celine because she's Canadian.
I understand.
But that's okay.
That's all right.
But yeah, that was another thing to go with this winter season, and you can go to all these places to find out more about what's going on at their building in addition to ours. So, but if you see the insignia that says Colleton Civic Center, you know that's one of our programs for the county that I've brought in.
Meaning that sometimes people will rent out the facility and,
Exactly.
and bring their own stuff
Exactly.
in. But these are the ones that are sanctioned straight through you.
Exactly, that's right. And if anybody has questions, they can just call the office and I'll explain it to them.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the winter season bundle of tickets, 4 phenomenal shows, 1 great price.
That's right.
At a reduced price, a lot of great entertainment there.
Yes.
Jenny, anything else to add before we
Well,
wrap
they
things
need
up?
to be checking the website and online. Like you were saying, we do have some renters and some promoters that come in. There are some big things happening in the spring coming up, especially in March. In March, we definitely already have on the books a promoter, a brand new local promoter known as Mohawk Blue, is going to be bringing in a special performer, a local performer. Have you ever heard of Jason Cook?
I believe I have.
Yeah, I've met him once or twice. But Scott Catterton has started Mohawk Blue, and he's trying to, you know, do stuff for local musicians, but also for local nonprofits as well. And just, he's got some great ideas, and he's coming to work with us here at the Civic Center to bring in some stuff as well. Bessie Bates from Beaufort, she has rented the venue again. She's going to be bringing her group and her band back in March. And then I'm excited about this one. There is a group that is a Journey tribute band. They have rented the facility to bring in an event in March.
All right. A lot of great entertainment.
Between all of that
great
and dance
entertainment.
recitals, and we have all kinds of other renters. I've had so much interest from people from out of state to bring in pageants and competitions and other stuff that it's nice to see this historic building alive with so much different stuff.
You know, one of the things I'm smiling every time I'm thinking about all the things you're bringing is the fact that for a while there, the Civic Center was just kind of just sitting here and was not being utilized. And it broke my heart. And of course, there was a time where it needed a lot of renovation. And thank goodness we were able to do that.
And then COVID hit.
And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then, so there was a lot of things where it's really a jewel in our crown of, you know, of the Low Country, you know, this really great, phenomenal, you know, auditorium.
And I'm proud to be in, I grew up in this building.
Yeah, me and you both.
I
me and you
mean,
both. You know what I mean?
I grew up here,
So
and
every time I get on this stage, I think about all the times when I was younger.
yeah,
You know?
oh, I do too. I do too. So if you can't tell, I love being here.
Of course.
I love being here. So I just need people to come through those doors and have fun with me.
And we're lucky to have you. And like I said, it warms my heart to see it being utilized for what it's really meant for.
Mine too.
A lot of great entertainment.
Thank you.
Once again, the winter season bundle. We were just talking about that, and we've got a lot more coming up. And don't forget about Jason Lee Cook, my buddy, my pal. Jason, how many years have we been working together now? About 10 years. 10 years he and I have been working together.
Long time.
He's actually the one that's making us try and look decent when we're sitting here talking.
Exactly right. He's always made people sound good too, even when they break his microphones.
And he's a world-class musician. He really is phenomenal.
He is. I'm excited to have him back in here.
And a super nice guy.
I'm excited.
March the 7th, Jason Lee Cook. Don't forget about that.
That's right.
Jenny, always a pleasure.
Thanks for coming, Miles. Anytime.
Always a pleasure.
Anytime.
Once again, we've been talking to Jenny Bunton at the Colleton Civic Center. All the great entertainment she's got lined up for us. Really, truly, you need to get out and support it and know what you've got here in Colleton County. Once again, thanks for Jenny and me. I'm Miles Crosby and Jason Lee Cook. Thanks for watching PRTC's Community Calendar. Till next time, have a great 2026.